going on, guys? Marcus from Wall Street Assassins back at it again with a new video teaching you what the SMA is. So SMA is one of the indicators that I use. It basically helps me understand if the stock is for a bullish or a bearish trend. When it comes to the SMA, you got to think about support and resistance. So if you know support and resistance, you can see that over here. We're looking at the ticker SPY as I move my cursor left to right. You can see the date and the time move. So you can see as the stock was dropping over here, you can see that we basically consolidated, went flat. The SMA actually acted as some type of support, pushing the stock up. And on the way down, we can actually use the SMA as basically as a resistance line. We can see that the stock basically pushed down, and then we had basically stock tried to push up towards the SMA line, couldn't hold this level, showing a sign of weakness, pushing the stock down. So typically, when the stock is below the SMA, it is considered bearish. And you can see as when the stock was pushing back up over here, we actually had a bullish crossover over here into the SMA line, confirming this bullish trend. Back then, the stock was trading at the price of 339. It has not broke the SMA since. It has started to trend up. Even though we had a nice massive sell-off over here yesterday, you can see that the SMA kind of caught the stock over here, and we're basically trading above it. So basically, we will be continue to be on a bullish trend. On the break of 370, we could possibly push up towards that 376. But if we basically start coming back down and we break through the SMA, I'm gonna look for a break of 366, and then we could possibly short the SPY or the overall market down towards 364. And it's not only on the SPY. It works on any stock. We could look at Boeing over here. You can see Boeing, that SMA line normally acted as some type of support. You can see we had a massive drop before. Let me clear some of these lines. We had a massive drop. Green, basically, you started buying up over here. SMA acting as some type of support on the way up. You can see when we finally broke it, we basically had a nice downward trend, and we're now basically finding some type of support, trying to get back to that SMA line. So always try to use the SMA line to judge to see if your stock is basically bullish or bearish. Typically, I like to go in favor of the trend. If we're below the SMA, probably wait for a bounce, wait for it to come back down until we get back above this SMA line. So remember to think of support and resistance when it comes to the SMA line, and to watch to see if the stock is above it or below it to see if it's on a bullish trend or if it's on a bearish trend. You can see in the past as well too, when we broke the SMA line, we had a nice drop. Typically when we push back up, we have a nice bounce, even if it's a little bit smaller. So definitely want to pay attention to that as well too. So stay tuned for the next video, and be sure to like and subscribe.